white jerseys and blue pants with a yellow stripe. The helmets are blue with a little Downingtown insignia on the side. Malvern, getting ready to tee it up now, is in blue with silver pants. They have silver helmets. They will be moving from our right to our left. Downingtown, of course, we go in the opposite, from left to right. And deep for Downingtown is number 17, Mike Evangelista. Number 31, that is Ralph Miller. Look out for Ralph Miller today. One of the best ball players you're going to see in the area. And number 21, the other deep receiver, Mike Torrance. Mike Delapede will be doing the kicking off for Malvern. And momentarily, we should be ready for action. And if you like good, hard-hitting football, you're going to enjoy this one. The Prep against Downingtown. And as soon as the official gives us the signal, we'll be ready to go. And there it is. And it's a short kick. It is taken by Evangelista at about the 15. Heads straight up the field, then goes into the middle. Breaks through momentarily, but finally is dragged down on the play. Number 20 for Malvern, that is Steve Lestrange. Steve brings him down. Also in on that tackle was number 50, John McBratney. Sorry about that, John. John McBratney. The ball just short of the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 39. Downingtown puts it in play. First down, 10 yards to go. Tom Wolf is your quarterback, and a good one. He has Greg DeRocco, Todd White, and Miller behind him. This is a handoff to 44. DeRocco, who's along the sidelines, and is finally run out of bounds. Number 37 in on the tackle, that is Bob Coleman, and number 22, Steve Pauly. But a nice run by Greg DeRocco to start the game as he took the ball at his own right and kept going up the sidelines until two Malvern defenders finally knocked him out of bounds. A 29-yard gain by DeRocco. That's first down, 10 yards to go. Handoff again, DeRocco up the middle, but number 51 in on that tackle for Malvern. 51 is Frank Heller. So it is a loss on the play for DeRocco, a loss of 1, makes it second down and 11 yards to go. That ball is at the 35-yard line of Malvern. First quarter action. Wolf over the ball, pitches deep to Miller. Miller goes left. He's being hemmed in, but turns the corner, and then finally, number 22, Steve Pauly, comes up and knocks him out of bounds. No gain on the play, and it'll be third down. Sideline marker says fourth down, but now they change it. It's third down. So no gain on the play for Miller. And now it'll be up to the Malvern defense to stop him. All right, Eric Nelson is your split end. Rick Paluch is your tight end. Paul Seaver, Kevin Hughes, John Murray, Ken Lewis, and Pat Waters up front for Downingtown. Let's see if they can open it up. Wolf goes over the middle. It is almost intercepted by number 22, Steve Pauly. He was looking for Todd White, number 23, a wide receiver on the play, but Todd's back was turned. And also Pauly was also looking at White, not so much the ball. If he had turned around sooner, he would have had himself an interception. Well, that makes it fourth down now, and 12, well, they call it 12, let's say 11 yards to go. The ball at the 35-yard line of Malvern. It's going to force Greg DeRocco to come in to punt the ball away for the Whippets. Deep is number 40 for Malvern, Jeff Caldwell. Short hops the snap, but gets it up and gets it away. The ball is taken by Caldwell at his goal line. Tries to get out, but oh, number 75 for Downingtown. That's Paul Seaver. Crunches him at the 8-yard line. And I think Caldwell foolishly fielded that ball because it looked like it would headed for the end zone. It would have been a touchback, and they'd have brought the ball out to the 20. But because he fielded it, the ball is now spotted at the 8-yard line, and it will be first down and 10 for Malvern. And their key offensive performer, number 3, the quarterback, Mike Augsburger, a little bit of Mr. Everything for Malvern. Here's their first play of the game offensively, and it's a handoff to number 33. That is Kelly Kirk. He comes up the middle close to the 10-yard line, so it's a gain of 2. brought down by Greg DeRocco, 44, the linebacker. It'll be second down for Malvern and 8 yards to go with the ball at the 10-yard line. Your split end for Malvern is 80, Joe Carpenter. 45, Brendan McAnally, your tight end, with Steve Pauly, Eric White, and Kelly Kirk in the backfield. We'll get to the line in just a second. Augsburger sends White in motion, then keeps the ball, fakes a pitch, turns upfield, gets a block, and then finally is hemmed in and brought down. Greg DeRocco in on the tackle, along with number 16, that is Lee Whitaker, also an outside linebacker. And a first down as Augsburger gets the ball out to the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 on the play. First down. Opening up the holes will be Dave Rogers, Frank Heller, Brendan McGill, Mike Schlittig, and Chris Treston across the front for Malvern. And we'll get to those Downingtown defensive starters. On the carry is the fullback, number 22, Steve Pauly. Steve gets up to about the 29-yard line, or the 28, so a gain of 7 on the play. Give him a second. 2nd and 3. Mike Evangelista, number 17, brought him down. That defense is Mark Chenger, Paul Seaver, John Murray, and Pat Waters across the front. We'll get to the linebackers in just a second after this play. Mike Augsburger, again, sends Eric White in motion, and then hands off to Kelly Kirk, and Kelly Kirk is finally knocked out of bounds. On the play, number 21, Mike Torrance sends him out of bounds, but another first down for Malvern Prep, and that ball's at the 37. Gain of 12 then, or gain of 10, I should say. The linebackers for Downingtown is Lee Whitaker, and we see here Kirk finally getting knocked out. Lee Whitaker, Greg DeRocco, John Steele, Mike Evangelista, deep for 22, Dave Charles, 88, Rick Paluch, and 21, Mike Torrance. So Malvern has now moved the ball from their own 8-yard line, and they're out close to the 40. A handoff to Eric White, or Steve Pauly. Steve running wide, finally brought down. Not sure who did that. Coming into view now is number 21, Mike Torrance. So we'll give Torrance credit for the tackle of Steve Pauly. And the ball is at the 42-yard line, where it will be second down and just a little bit more than 7. Of course, our Harron Cable TV cameras bringing you this game, and hello out there to Chester County Cable, who's also getting this ball game. Downingtown and Malvern. Augsburger over the ball, sends White in motion, hands the ball off, does not hand the ball, keeps it, is looking to throw. He's being chased. He's knocked down and out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, where 16, Lee Whitaker, gets in on the tackle. Well, gains up to the 45-yard line, so we'll give him 3 yards on the play and makes it 3rd down and 5. And the first critical call for Malvern of this drive. Mike Augsburger, senior quarterback. He's a 5'11", 175-pound trickster. He can run the ball, he can pass the ball, and cause all sorts of problems for his defensive people trying to get a hold of him. He's just too slippery. Here's a blitz. Augsburger somehow avoids it. Moves, he throws. It is incomplete. And a flag is down. Now, the ball was intended for Carpenter. Michael Evangelista was in on the defense, and I just got to give all the credit in the world to Augsburger to avoid the rush of number 63, John Murray, and it is going to be a pass interference call against Evangelista, and it'll be a first down. Let's take a look at it again. He manages to avoid it. I don't know how. Throws it, and then Caldwell was well covered by Evangelista, but the official says, no, pass interference on the defense. That's 15 yards. First down for the Prep at the 40. Yeah, up here with me again today, doing the statistical work, keeping things together for us, Mr. John Ohanian. Luckily, Armenians know how to count because I've had enough of them up here this year. Augsburger now with the ball at the 40. Malvern on the move. They got 7:32 left of the quarter. He hands off up the middle to Kelly Kirk. Kelly gets 5 yards on the play and is brought down by Mike Torrance and 44 Greg Duraco. And Malvern is doing an excellent job moving the ball on the ground. And one thing that's been consistent for Downingtown this year is the fact when a team has been able to run on them, they've been able to be successful. And so far, the first part of this game does not bode well for the Whippets. First down, or second down, 5. As Augsburger looks over his defense, sends Pauly in motion. Keeper up the middle, ducks a tackle, jukes up, and finally is brought down by Torrance and Paluch. He is brought down at about the 24-yard line. First down for Malvern, and Mike Augsburger showing his versatility. It's a nice article about Mike Augsburger in the newspaper this week. From the Upper Darby area. Would have played at Monsignor Bonner if he didn't come to Malvern Prep. Has a lot of fun with his friends in the neighborhood who keep saying that Bonner's the better team, but he believes that Malvern is, as Caldwell takes the ball and trips. So it'll be a loss for Caldwell back to the 29-yard line. Just some mud in the middle of that field due to the inclement weather that we've had over the last few days, and Caldwell couldn't keep his footing. We're saying Augsburger usually gets in a neighborhood razzing contest with some of his people back home, but he's firm in the belief that Malvern's a much better team, and he's glad he came here. And right now he's got one of the premier games in the county today, Malvern against Downingtown, and Augsburger showing his versatility as a ball player. Second down, Augsburger back, has time, he throws, it is complete to Carpenter. Carpenter mauling towards the end zone, finally is brought down at the 5-yard line. Rick Paluch and Mike Evangelista in on the tackle, and it will be a first down as Joe Carpenter hauls in that pass reception, 24-yard completion. First down. 5:32 remaining in this first quarter. And Malvern has looked impressive in their opening game drive that started on their own 8-yard line. They are now at the Downingtown 5. Augsburger with the keeper, pitches deep to White. White hauls it in and then is close to the goal line. Not quite there. Mike Torrance brings him down. But Eric White should have a lot of credit for hauling in that rather high pitch from Augsburger. It was a rainbow. Let's look at it. There it is. Whoa, that sucker might have brought rain. Finally gets his head down and close to the end zone. Make it the 1.5-yard line. Augsburger with the full house backfield behind him. Sends White in motion. Hands the ball off to Kirk, but oh no, he ran smack dab into Mark Chenger. Mark said, not this play, my friend. And he meets the turf hard. Back to the 2-yard line where it'll be third down. And this Downingtown defense starts to stiffen as the Malvern sideline there trying to figure out, let's get a play, let's get this across, let's get the lead. That's been the forte for Malvern this year. They get their lead early and build it and keep it in the second half. Augsburger with a keeper, he's got a lane, he scores, touchdown Malvern. So with 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Malvern takes the ball 92 on a 92-yard drive and now has a 6-0 lead over the Whippets of Downingtown. And there's Augsburger. Well, that was the pitch to White, one thing that set it up, and then Augsburger took the play in on a keeper, sucked everybody into the middle, and then popped it outside. And Delapede lining up for his extra point attempt. Snap down, kick up, kick is good, just good, but nonetheless, that's still one more point. And that makes it Downingtown 0, Malvern Prep 7. 92-yard drive for the Prep. capitalized on a 2-yard run by Mike Augsburger. Augsburger already is 26 yards, 3 carries, 16 yards for Kirk, and 10 for Pauly. So they did it mostly on the ground. Here's Augsburger's play now. Open lane, shows him the ball. Hello there, touchdown. Delapede teeing the ball up. He's number 00. Be kicking to Torrance, or to Miller, Evangelista, and Charles. His kicking in as a line driver goes to Ralph Miller at about the 12-yard line. Ralph right up the middle, gets by one Malvern tackler, but is finally tripped up. And I think number 2, Mike Tordone, got him. And then Ralph dived forward. He has the ball out over the 35 to the 36-yard line. And for the second possession today, Downingtown will put the ball in play. We look at Downingtown. Tom Wolf, the quarterback. With DeRocco, White, and Miller. Eric Nelson, his split end. Rick Paluch and John Steele alternate at tight end. And Seaver, Hughes, Murray, Lewis, and Waters across the front. Here's Ralph Miller right into the middle of the line, but nothing much happening as number 57, linebacker Chris Treston, met him. Also in on the play was number 53, Dave Rogers. So Ralph Miller, nothing happening there. That defense he's going against is number 60, Steve Heller, 62, Gene Chikajian, number 76, Mike Schledig, number 53, Dave Rogers, and 46, Pete Sims. At linebacker, 51, Frank Heller, 57, Chris Treston. And we'll get to the other players momentarily as Wolf tries to take the ball outside. And, Jeff Caldwell viciously brings him down. And Wolf trying to do an Augsburger imitation. He ran smack dab into Caldwell, and that's got to qualify for one of the hits of the week. A loss back to the 34, where it'll be 3rd down and just about 11 and a half, and Wolf's got to come up with something. That defensive backfield for Malvern is 14, Dan Murphy, 22, Steve Pauly, 37, Bob Coleman, and 40, Jeff Caldwell, as Wolf goes back to throw. He gets a swing pass off to Miller. Miller gets a block from DeRocco, breaks a tackle, heads across midfield, and is brought down by Steve Pauly at the 46-yard line of Malvern, and it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go from his 34 to the Malvern 46. Let's look at it, and here's where Miller is dangerous. Gets his block from DeRocco, boom, breaks the tackle and says, I'll see you later, guys. Finally, Pauly gets the angle in on him and knocks him over. And we saw Ralph Miller and what he can do in a game earlier this year as our Harron cable TV cameras were at Great Valley, and Ralph Miller hit for 5 touchdowns that day. Tough ball player. DeRocco right up the middle. DeRocco drags himself to the 40 of Malvern. Brought down by 51, Frank Heller. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Action-packed first quarter of action with 1:50 left. And Malvern up 7-0. Now, if you expected a hard-hitting, offensive-oriented football game, so far, you're getting it. Second and 5. Wolf keeper, a fumble, and it's going to be Malvern recovering. Number 53 on the recovery, Dave Rogers, as it was not a clean interchange between Wolf and Miller. The ball ended on the ground. Miller didn't have a prayer. Downingtown loses possession. 1st down, 10 yards to go for Malvern. First turnover of the day. There you see it. And Rogers is right there on top of it. Says, thank you, sir. We'll spot the ball now at the 47 as Augsburger leads his offense out on the field. Looks around. Let's see if they keep the ball on the ground. They had amazing success on the ground. He's going to throw first time out, though. Has Carpenter open? No, a little bit overthrown. Mike Torrance was covering. The ball was thrown to the outside towards the sidelines, and that's where Torrance had coverage. If he threw the ball, Augsburger threw the ball towards the middle of the field, he might have had Carpenter because he would have been open on that side. Nonetheless, the point is moot. It makes it second down, 10 yards to go. Under a minute at the Prep. Augsburger calls signals. Fumbles the ball. Let's see who's on this one. From the reaction of the opposite stands and the officials, I'd say it's Downingtown. It is. Downingtown recovers. Greg DeRocco gets on that fumble by Mike Augsburger, and it goes right back to Downingtown. There's 47 seconds, counting. Ball at the 48-yard line, and a reprieve for Tom Wolf and the Downingtown Whippets. The middle of the field is kind of chopped up due to the extensive rain that we've had over the last week. And it's going to make for a muddy football in that part of the turf, and it will be tough to hang on to. So in the first play, Wolf gets the ball complete to Eric Nelson. Eric trying to drive forward. Finally is knocked down and out of bounds as Chris Treston and Jeff Caldwell come in on the tackle. So a completion to Nelson. And I don't know if it's a first down. The officials haven't indicated yet. Now they have. They say first down, so a gain of 10 on the play. And now they're in the grassy part of the field, so the ball will not get a whole lot of mud tracked on it. I think when you get down to about the 10-yard line, you start to pick up some mud again. DeRocco fumbles, and looks like Downingtown lost it again. Now that was not due to a slippery football. That was due to a very poor exchange. Wolf was late on the exchange. DeRocco didn't have a chance, and Frank Heller becomes the opportunist. So all of a sudden we're playing turnover ball. And Malvern takes over. Now with 5 seconds, we're probably not going to get another playoff in this half. But the minute I started to talk about an offensive juggernaut, we get ourselves with a turnover-filled ball game as the first quarter ends. And Malvern leading 7-0 over Downingtown.
Attention, Mr. Businessman. We all know how much direct mailings cost, but how would you like to save 4 cents on each envelope? You can do this by taking advantage of the services offered by the Mailroom Systems Presort. We can get your bulk mail picked up and the delivery process put in motion by the end of each business day, all at a reduced cost to you. Convenience and savings to go right to your bottom line. Call the Mailroom Systems Presort at 265-6670.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you.
Been one play run while you were gone, but not much happened. A run on the play by Kirk, who gets the ball out to about the 42-yard line. And that's at a first down, or second down, and 5 yards for Kirk on that carry. As we begin second quarter action. Augsburger over the ball. Keeper turns it upfield along the sidelines and dragged viciously down and out of bounds by Greg DeRocco. What's in here? So it'll make it a third down. Gains 2 yards on that play, get 3. So we'll have third down, 2 yards to go. Augsburger gained 3 on that play. Augsburger over the ball. Looks down. Hands off. Right up the middle. And a first down on the play. Kelly Kirk. First down, and the Malvern defense taking it right to the Downingtown defense. Not too much here for in terms of finesse. It's just straight power at this point. And the Malvern cheerleaders like what they see. The Malvern fans like what they see. And we hope you at Chester County Cable and Harron Cable TV enjoying what you're seeing. Caldwell takes the ball, keeps driving forward right up the gut, across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play, makes it 2nd and 5. This year Downingtown has only given up an average of 142 yards on the ground, but they're giving up a lot today. They're on a pace that will put them way above their average. Augsburger over the ball. Hands off. Pauly across his own right guard. Breaks a tackle. Is in the clear. Say goodbye, people. Touchdown, Malvern. 42 yards and a touchdown for Steve Pauly. And the Prep takes a 13-zip lead over Downingtown. Well, Pauly got into the secondary, broke a tackle, and he can just wave goodbye. There he is, number 22 in your picture. Let's take a look at that one again. Oh, baby, right here. Oh, across his left side. Breaks a tackle, and then that's it. Andre Waters wouldn't caught him then. Delapede coming in for the extra point attempt. Snap. It's down. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we have 9:27 remaining in this second quarter. And Malvern jumps out to a 14-0 lead over Downingtown. Taking a look at some of our first quarter statistics, Malvern had 50 yards on the ground, 24 in the air, total of 24. Downingtown, meanwhile, rushed for 28, passed for 32 yards, total of 60. Statistically, it was relatively even, but the scoreboard's where it counts. And the team in the blue that you see right in front of you, they're up 14-0. Scoring-wise, Augsburger with a 3-yard run and a 42-yard scamper by Steve Pauly. And we'll ask John to write that down so we can remember it later on. Delapede getting ready to tee it up. Going to kick that ball off. It's another TD for Steve Pauly. Steve this year had 32 carries for 129 yards up to this game. Has improved upon that immensely. Short kick, finally taken by one of the upbacks, Pelletreau, and Pelletreau dragged down near the 30-yard line. We'll see who gets up from that bottom of that pile. Number 50 for Malvern. John McBretney. So we'll give John credit for that tackle. And say first down, 10 yards to go for the Whippets.
Way to go, John! Bring it, John!
First down. Wolf leads his offense out in the field, gets the instructions from his coach. And now we are ready to go. Ralph Miller, not doing too much so far. The prize halfback has 15 touchdowns this year. That's DeRocco with the ball. DeRocco is going absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. They are facing one fired up Malvern Prep defense. No gain on the play. Second down, 10. 8:42 left. Wolf's going to come up with something else. Because if they're trying to work the gut, they're just not making it. Flags down, and it looks like it's going to be, I think it's a legal motion on Downingtown. Because if it was on Malvern, they would have given Downingtown a free play. And it is offside on Malvern. Usually they give you a freebie, but this time they're saying no, sorry. Take the ball 5 yards forward, up to the 34-yard line. We'll get it. Second down. Second and 5, so there's not a loss of down incurred on that one.
Okay, let's dig in. Come on now.
See what Tom Wolf can come up with now. Hands the ball to Miller. Miller inching his way forward. Gets up towards the 40. Not quite there. Maybe the 38. It's not a first down. And Miller was dragged down by Chris Treston. Makes it third down. About one. We'll credit Miller with 4 yards on that carry. They're down. Right up the gut again. That was DeRocco on the carry. And I don't know. We'll wait for the official indication. He's calling timeout and asked for a measurement, which is not met with a lot of approval by some of the Malvern Prep fans here. This we stand right in front of them. Or should we say they stand right in front of us. Coming in for the measurement. Looks good. It's going to be very close. I don't know. No, close. Just a few more inches, says the official. And number 88 coming in with the play for Downingtown, Rick Paluch. Rick Paluch and John Steele, number 80, are your messenger tight ends. And they have the play from Mike Dominic. And let's see if they can make it. It is 4th down. And just a few inches ago for the first down. You want some of the other numbers? There's 7:21 remaining, second quarter, and Malvern Prep ahead 14-0. Wolf with a quarterback sneak. Gets up to the 40-yard line. I'd say he's got it. Yeah, he's up over the 40. Just waiting for the official indication, and there it is. Says first down. Chris Treston, 57 in on the tackle. Let's move the sticks. So Wolf keeps the drive alive for Downingtown. At midfield. Heading towards midfield. Here's a deep pitch to DeRocco. DeRocco fumbles right into the arms of number 60. That is Steve Haller, and a first down 10 the other way for Malvern on the 3rd straight turnover. Let's look at it again. DeRocco, it's like the ball didn't want to stay in his hands, and the ball said, I'm getting out of here. And jumped right into the hands of Haller. That is the 3rd Downingtown turnover of the game. And if Malvern can take advantage of this one, they're going to put the Whippets into a deep hole that they might not be able to climb out of. Let's see what happens. Augsburger over the ball. He's got it at the 39-yard line. Hands off up the middle to Kelly Kirk. Kelly gets a few yards before he's in the grasp of John Murray and then rudely put into the ground. So it'll be second down. A gain of 2 yards on the play, and we'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 7. Malvern doing a very good job of running the ball today and scoring already. They've exceeded the scoring average that Downingtown normally gives up. Downingtown only gives up about 8-10 points a game, but they've exceeded that, and they're up to 14 already. And heading for more. Here's Augsburger, keeper, breaks into the secondary. Finally, number 80 in on the tackle, John Steele, a linebacker. Augsburger should have enough for the first down, but a flag is down. Flag is down. Let's see it again. Augsburger breaks in, and finally, Steele finished him off. Also gives some credit on the play to number 55, Pat Waters, and it looks like it is on Downingtown. I didn't catch the indication. Hopefully he'll give it to us again. Please be nice, Mr. Official. Well, whatever, they're stepping off another 5, 10, 15 yards. And let's see what the call is. It is a personal foul on White. That is Downingtown. Tackle on another 15. First down, Malvern. The ball at the Downingtown 13-yard line, and I don't know. I didn't think the Whippets were capable of this amount of self-destructiveness, but they are doing a job on themselves with the turnovers and the penalties. finally, number 32, Eric White, takes the ball right into the line, but he doesn't take it too long because 75, Paul Seaver, and 55, Pat Waters are there waiting for him. They said, no step further for you. And down. There's that defense, sorely tested now. They've got to hold on to keep Downingtown in this ball game. There's the Malvern offense trying to get a stranglehold on this game early. Augsburger looking around now. See what he can come up with. Hand off to Caldwell. Caldwell straight ahead, crosses the 10, and then down. 75, Paul Seaver, the first man to hit him, and then 17, Mike Evangelista helps out. So we'll spot the ball at the 9 and make it 3rd down and 6. All right, key play here for the Friars. The Downingtown defense in your picture there. The linebackers the key to that defense. Linebackers 17 Evangelista, 80 Steele, 44 DeRocco, and 16 Whitaker. They're going to have to stop Malvern here. Augsburger, keeper, looking to throw the ball. Has Pauly open, gets it to him, and Pauly takes it out of bounds. It is at around the 2 or 3 yard line, and we'll have to wait for the official indication to see if he got enough for the first down. Let's take a look at it again. Now Augsburger back. He has Pauly open. You see him. Now throws the ball towards the sideline. Pauly ran over, grabbed it, but his momentum takes him out of bounds. But we have a flag down. It looks like a holding violation on Malvern. So, moot point. And they're stepping it off very gingerly and takes the ball back to the 26-yard line, holding Malvern. So this puts a very big change here, a whole lot of different perspective on what this play will be, and the cheerleaders tried to get the team and the crowd going. And hopefully some of that momentum and some of that excitement will transcend itself down to the field, get the offense going. Downingtown cheerleaders trying to do the same thing in the opposite direction. Well, it's 2nd down, or 3rd and 16. 3rd and a lot to go. Augsburger with the ball. He throws. He completes it to Carpenter. Carpenter forward and then down at about the 8-yard line. Not nearly enough for the first down. And then we'll make it 4th. Let's look at it again. And I'm impressed with what I see by Carpenter today as Augsburger gets the ball out there. And Carpenter hauls it in and then turns, and he's met by Evangelista. And another one of the defensive backs for Downingtown dragged him down at about almost the 8-yard line. So we'll make it 4th down and about 6. Long way to go, and a timeout is being taken by Malvern. Good move. Good move. So the score, with 2:59 remaining in this first quarter, is 14-0. Malvern ahead. They have the ball at the 9-yard line and trying to find out exactly what it is they want to do to try to get the ball in the end zone, and we'll be back to see that after these words from our sponsors.
When I started this oil business 50 years ago, we were delivering oil in 5-gallon cans. Today, what a difference.
But some things haven't changed. Today, at Margaret Simpson Oil Company, we continue to offer our customers the fine, personalized service they deserve, using a modern fleet of trucks and the very latest in energy-saving equipment.
Malvern Simpson Oil Company, our family, serving yours. Come on, Zach, it's my turn to drive.
Please give us a call.
All right, the conferences have all been concluded. Everybody knows what they want to do, and Malvern is going to go for the field goal. So Delpede comes in to try to kick Malvern to a 17-0 lead.
Okay, Mike.
Augsburger will spot the ball, so there's still the possibility of a fake here. So don't think this is etched in stone. It'll be a 26-yarder. Well, the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is good. So Delpede connects on a 26-yard field goal. Tack another 3 onto the board for the Friars. They take a 17-0 lead over Downingtown. I wouldn't say that the game is over at this point, but they certainly are starting to grab this game by the throat, and Downingtown is going to have to start to get some offensive momentum to get themselves back into this. And to grab the offensive momentum, one of the things they'll have to do, hang on to that football. They have fumbled it 3 straight times, Malvern has been on those fumbles every time. Any coach will tell you, and I'm sure Mike Dominic will concur, that when you have more turnovers on your side of the ledger than you do takeaways, you usually wind up losing the football game. Too early to bury them, but you got to be impressed by what you've seen of the Friars to this point. Delapede now will kick off. Getting ready. Dell looks around, waits for the official indication. And we get the whistle. We will get the whistle, finally. And the kick goes short, right up the middle to where Torrance has it. Missed by one attempted tackler, but finally brought down by number 2, Mike Tordone. And a flag is down. See what the indication is. No word yet. Holding on the Whippets. And Downingtown continues this string of self-destructiveness. So they'll mark that ball back even further. Mike Tordone in on that tackle. Mike is a 5'9", 165-pound senior and is also a very good hockey player for Malvern Prep. Fine ice hockey squad they have here. The official steps off the yardage against Downingtown, spots the ball at the 15, and it is first down right there. Now Tom Wolf is really going to have to come up with something. They have not been able to shake Ralph Miller loose today. Miller has only 5 yards on 3 carries. He has 1 pass reception for 22 yards. And Wolf I don't know what Wolf was trying to do. I don't even think he himself knew what was happening. So he just stood there and was knocked down by Frank Heller. No gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 as that Malvern defense rises to the occasion again. As you can see the scoreboard in the background that's telling you there's 2:11 remaining. Second quarter, 17-0 Malvern. And the offense moved okay in the first quarter, but the turnovers have hurt here in the second. They haven't had the ball that much, and they haven't really compiled too many impressive statistics on offense. Wolf back to throw. He looks. Arches it deep. It is picked off by Jeff Caldwell. It was woefully underthrown, intended for number 7, Eric Nelson. Caldwell grabs it. He takes it back and is down at the 18-19 yard line. First down there. Jeff Caldwell with another interception. Tom Wolf, as he tried to get it out there, but underthrew it. And there's Caldwell saying, I see an opportunity. He grabbed it. He got it. He's knocked out at about the 18-yard line. And the 4th straight Whippet turnover. Well, Malvern can really step on this game by the throat now with a touchdown. Let's see what Augsburger can come up with. Mike back to throw. Arches it deep, but it is almost intercepted by 22. Dave Charles didn't quite get it out there far enough. The intended receiver was 45, Brendan McAnally. But Charles with the underneath coverage got back darn near, picked that one off. So it will be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. The ball still at the 18-yard line. Plenty of time on the clock. Plenty of time. They got 1:36. Augsburger passing-wise today is 2 of 5 for 40 yards. Back to throw again. Arches it over the middle, and it is intercepted by number 21, Mike Torrance, as the ball was overthrown. Way overthrown. Intended to get it to Jeff Caldwell, number 40, but Torrance was in the way and just arched it in. There we go. Would have been a really beautiful pass had Torrance, I should say, Torrance been the intended receiver, but unfortunately he wasn't, and it is a turnover this time for Malvern. An interception by Torrance, a 5'11", 169-pound junior. He'll be back to wreak some more havoc on defensive or offensive backfields next year. Wolf now arches this ball deep. He's looking for Miller. He almost has it, but a nice play by 22. Steve Pauly knocked that ball down at the last second. Nice play by Paul, and give some credit to Tom Wolf because he put that ball in there and almost completed it. Ralph Miller was out there. He was triple covered, but that ball was there. It only took an excellent defensive move by Steve Pauly to keep that pass from being completed. Now makes it 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Wolf today is 3 of 4, or 3 of 5. This is a keeper by Duraco. Gets across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Clock moving with 1:04. And 3rd down, as you can see in your picture there, that's down marker. And now the offense into the picture. We'll see what Wolf can come up with. Handoff. Is Duraco on the carry again. Looks like he has a 1st down. And Mike Schledig, number 76, in on the tackle. And it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go for Downingtown. With 51 seconds left and a timeout on the play. So we got 51 seconds left, first half. And Downingtown trailing 17-0. They hopefully come up with something before halftime, and we'll see what they come up with after this word from our sponsors.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car, and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you.
And we see the Malvern sideline, the big M for Malvern Prep here in Malvern, Pennsylvania, and they are feeling real good, leading 17-0. But this game isn't over yet by a long shot. 1 touchdown by Downingtown, and they're back in it somewhat. That's what they're trying to get here, a score before halftime. They have 51 seconds. And Wolf then throws a swing pass to Miller, but overthrown, incomplete. And it will be 2nd down, 10. Ball at the 32-yard line, so Downingtown is 68 yards and 45 seconds away from the promised land as we look at Ralph Miller, number 31. Ralph Miller with over 800 and some yards on the ground, 200 some in the air. He has over 1,065 all-purpose yards, and after the game against Great Valley, he was one of the Channel 3 Athletes of the Week. Ralph Miller. Here's a reverse to Miller. He is not getting anywhere. Malvern defense stayed at home, and now Miller is being dragged down. Jeff Caldwell in on that tackle. He was the first one, but the key was he stayed home. They didn't go for the fake and try to over-pursue, so that when Duraco passed it back to Miller, there was still a lot of defensive players on that side to pursue, and Caldwell was standing there waiting for him and says, "Down, sir." Nothing there. In fact, he lost 5. Over the middle, incomplete, intended for Eric Nelson, and it will be a 4th down and a long, long way to go for the 1st down. And with that tackle, Ralph Miller now has, how many yards rushing? No yards net rushing. 4 carries, no yards. I don't know if Coach Gant Pellegrini of Malvern realizes what he's done with that statistic at this point. But if he should hear it, he's going to be very proud of his defense. They've had but 6 seconds now, and Downingtown's going to go for it. I guess they're going to let it all hang out with 6 seconds to go. And not really, they just hand it over to Miller. So with 2 seconds, 1 second, that is the end of the first half. We have a 17-0 first half lead for Malvern. How did they get it? Well, a big story right now is turnovers. Downingtown has 4 turnovers to Malvern's 2. Scoring-wise, Malvern has touchdowns on a 3-yard run by Mike Augsburger. And then Dave Pauly took one 42 yards for the TD. And Delapede added a 26-yard field goal. So after 4 minutes of play, Malvern leads Downingtown by a score of 17-0. And the big story, Miller with no yards net rushing. We'll talk about that when we come back after these words from our sponsors.
Showtime makes excitement in October with the biggest stars and hottest movies ever. Don't miss the premieres of national pay cable exclusives you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Gary Busey stars in Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Plus, a lecherous dentist gets his just desserts in compromising positions. And there's danger, but mostly laughs in My Science Project.
Go ahead, make my semester.
Blockbuster movie excitement you'll see in October only on Showtime.
Showtime because we make excitement.
Mauger Simpson Oil Company. We're proud to work for you.
Attention, Mr. Businessman. We all know how much direct mailings cost, but how would you like to save 4 cents on each envelope? You can do this by taking advantage of the services offered by the Mailroom Systems Presort. We can get your bulk mail picked up and the delivery process put in motion by the end of each business day, all at a reduced cost to you. Convenience and savings to go right to your bottom line. Call the Mailroom Systems Presort at 265-6670.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you.
Turning for a second half here at Malvern Prep on the campus of the school in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Glenn PAPAZIAN here to bring you the action as Malvern is ahead of Downingtown, surprisingly dominating them 17-0. And the Downingtown team is yet to reappear for the second half, obviously getting some heavy instructions from Coach Mike Dominic. But let's talk a little bit about that first half. And let's take a look at the statistics if we can. Malvern doing a great job on the ground with 120 yards rushing and giving Downingtown but 40. None of those yards you see in the Downingtown side were put in by Ralph Miller. Passing relatively even, 40 for Malvern Prep, 32 for Downingtown. Total yards 160 to 72. Now here's the big stat in the game. 2 turnovers for Malvern, but 4 for Downingtown. Those 4 came right in a row and allowed Malvern to get 10 of their 17 points. Penalties, we see, relatively even, a little bit more to the side of Downingtown than there is to Malvern, and most of those have been personal foul calls, the kind that you really don't like to have. They're 15 yards when it was absolutely unnecessary in which to do that, but nonetheless, the officials threw the flag and marked off the yardage. And while we still wait for Downingtown to come back on the field, we'll tell you that this is brought to you on the Heron Cable TV network and also Chester County Cable, bringing this game to you. And we'll have more second half action after we return from these words from our sponsors.
Attention, Mr. Businessman. We all know how much direct mailings cost, but how would you like to save 4 cents on each envelope? You can do this by taking advantage of the services offered by the Mailroom Systems Presort. We can get your bulk mail picked up and the delivery process put in motion by the end of each business day, all at a reduced cost to you. Convenience and savings to go right to your bottom line. Call the Mailroom Systems Presort at 265-6670.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car, and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you. Simpson Oil Company. We're proud to work for you.
And we're back for some second half action as the teams meet at the center of the field. We have combatants ready to go for the second half of action, and Malvern Prep 17-0 lead. Looking at some of the individual statistics, the leading rusher so far in the ball game is Mike DeRocco, number 44 of Downingtown. He has 46 yards on 8 carries. Leading ball carrier for Malvern is number 3 quarterback Mike Augsburger. Mike, with 6 carries, has 38 yards. Passing-wise, Augsburger is 2 for 6 for 40 yards. He's had 1 interception as we... Hello out there, everybody, as we say a look at our broadcast location. Tom Wolf of Downingtown is 2 of 7. He has but 32 yards. The recipients, Nelson has 10 yards for Downingtown, and Miller has 22. Receivers for Malvern, at this point, Carpenter has the reception of both, and he's totaled 40 yards worth of catches. But now let's see what's going to happen in this second half of action. Again, both teams have had a tendency to give up a lot of points in the fourth quarter. So that bodes well for Malvern, I guess, if history holds. But they got to keep it on the ground, keep it going, keep Ralph Miller contained. And I think they're going to bring one home here. But there is a whole 24 minutes left, and I've seen this Downingtown team come back after being down and out of it. We're ready for this kickoff for the second half, and we are underway as number 82, Fred Evans, gets the ball away. And Eric White has it for Malvern, takes it up the sidelines, and is finally bumped down. On the play, number 43, that is Brian Pelletro, a 5'11", 185-pound sophomore, rides him to the turf. The ball is spotted at the 32-yard line of Malvern. First down, 10 yards to go. Augsburger leads the blue-shirted Friars back out on the field, and we are underway. In the boisterous Malvern rooting section here, these people are proud of the effort that their school has given to this point. They wanted to keep going. Ball on the ground to Kelly Kirk. Kelly is tripped up and brought down by 22 Dave Charles, but not before he gets out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. It is second down and 2, and they're keeping the ball moving on the ground. Augsburger back. He has a 2nd and 2 call. Downingtown defense pinching in tight. They want to try to obviously think that they're going to run, and they want to stop it. And that ball goes right up the middle. And forward for the first down is 33, Kelly Kirk. He gets out close to the 45, where 55, Pat Waters knocks him to the ground. First down for Malvern, gain of 7 on the play. All right, that Malvern offense on the line, where it all starts. Dave Rogers, Frank Heller, Brandon McGill, Mike Schlittig, and Chris Treston. Mike Augsburger is the quarterback. Joe Carpenter and Brendan McAnally are your ends. Cross is 32, Eric White crosses the 45 to about the 47-yard line, where number 55 for Downingtown, Pat Waters, wraps him up and brings him down. A gain of, we'll call it 3, and it makes it 2nd and 7. The backfield for Malvern Prep, 32, Eric White, as you just saw. Steve Pauley, 22, Kelly Kirk, 33. We also see number 40, Jeff Caldwell, who brings in the plays. He is in the halfback formation right now, I formation with a slot back. Slot back is Kelly. Up the middle, Caldwell drags forward. Nice second effort. He was held up at about the 47, but kept driving and got to midfield. Finally, Paul Seaver, number 75 of Downingtown, brings him down. Seaver, 6'5", 243. He's a senior. And at 6'5", 243, we're going to call him the Downingtown designated load. That's our custom here on our Heron Football Cable Football Network. Here we like to pick out the largest player on offense and defense, and we call him the designated load. For Malvern, it's number 53, Dave Rogers. Dave, 6'2", 240. All right, third down. Just a little bit more than 5. Augsburger back. Augsburger being rushed. He's going to go down. Number 42 and number 55, and a little pushing and shoving starts here. Pat Waters and number 42 was on the play is Mark Chenger, the defensive ends, and they're quite happy about it, and maybe a little bit too demonstrative, and Augsburger took exception to it. But eventually everybody, tempers get calmed down. Everybody gets back to their own sideline or to their huddle where they belong. And after all, the game is football, it's not boxing, and let's get going. It is now 4th down, 8:40 remaining, 3rd quarter. Malvern will have to punt the ball away. 21 Torrance, 22 Charles are deep. And the kick is away. Brian Cerabelli, the punter, and not much happening finally as number 80, John Steele, grabbed the punt and then was brought down almost immediately. Caldwell in on that tackle. The ball is at the 34-yard line, and that's where Downingtown will put it in play. First down, 10 yards to go. Wolf is back. Wolf throws. He has Nelson open. He completes it. Nelson up the sideline, drags by one tackler, crosses midfield, across the 45, and finally number 14, Dave Murphy, wrestles him to the ground. It is a first down as Nelson, as we're going to see here, will take this pass, and just good second effort keeps him going. Number 7, Eric Nelson, breaking one tackle, finally getting down at about the 44-yard line. Eric is a 6'1", 175-pound junior, having a fine year. That is the 3rd completion, and for 22 yards, gives Wolf 54 on the day. And it's imperative for Downingtown to get some sort of points now. They're in Malvern territory, and they have to show Malvern that they are capable of scoring on that Malvern defense. Wolf with a screen pass, but overthrown, intended for Miller. Wolf got some heat from number 57, Chris Treston, a fine outside linebacker. Chris, 6'3", 230-pound senior, and a Division I prospect in football. Got some heat on Wolf. Wolf tried to throw that screen pass, which could be a very effective play for Downingtown, but he overthrew it. He had Miller open. When you get Ralph Miller in the open field, that spells trouble for any defense. Second down, 10 to go. 7:46 left, 3rd quarter. Wolf throws the ball for Miller. It is complete to Ralph. He gets by one tackler, keeps driving by 2 on his feet, trying to break that last one, but finally Paulie hangs on, brings Miller down at the 10-yard line. And I wasn't sure who was going to catch that pass, either Todd White or Ralph Miller. They were both in the area, but Todd White just backed off at the last second, as we see here, allowing Miller to make the reception. And now there's one tackle, 2, 3. Pauly grabs him, hangs on for about 8 yards, and finally Miller gets it to the 10, and that gives you an idea of the explosiveness and the kind of ability that Ralph Miller has. They've had him relatively bottled up today, but you don't keep him out forever, as they pitch it to Miller, who's driving in down a fumble. But I think Downingtown recovered. No, Malvern's got it. I don't know now, let's see. I'm not sure. The official pointed in Malvern's direction, but the ball is in Downingtown's possession. All right, it is a Downingtown ball. DeRocco recovered Miller's fumble. The ball is close to the goal line. So Downingtown catches a break there. Wolf tries to sneak it in and scores. So it is a touchdown for Downingtown on a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Tom Wolf. And that makes the score 17-6. And we've got 6:39 left in the third quarter. So D-Town finally got a break as that fumble got close to the goal line, and it looked for a second like Malvern got on it. I thought the official pointed in that direction, but obviously not. DeRocco got on it, and then the next play, Mr. Wolf sneaks it in, a 1-yard quarterback sneak. And all of a sudden, it's 17-6, and Chris Connor was trying to make it 17-7. Let's see what happens. Here is the snap. It's a short one, so it is no good. Now, I said short, but it was an understatement because I don't think it got anywhere close to the back legs of the center. It just was sort of laying there. 17-6, Malvern leading Downingtown. Third quarter action. And I don't know if I can quite describe that last one, but the center, when he tried to snap the ball back, it looked more like he was trying to hand it back to the quarterback than snap it to the holder. And the ball was just laying there, and one of the Malvern defenders, which I believe was Frank Heller, got on top of it. So the extra point attempt is no good. But Downingtown finally got a break of their own. They got a near turnover. Got on the ball, and then took it in for the touchdown. So it's 17-6. Getting ready for the kickoff now. As take Chip Bosom, number 82, will do the kicking. White and Caldwell, deep for Malvern. And it is a short kick. White takes it at his 20, goes forward, and then finally brought down on a nice tackle on the play by the Whippets, number 43. That is Brian Pelletreau. Fine special teams performer. He's also a reserve fullback. Malvern will put the ball in play. First down, 10 yards to go. Will spot the ball at the 32-yard line. And 6:28 on the clock, so you have the numbers, except for this one, 17-6, Malvern leading. The Prep leads. The Prep has the ball. And Augsburger going up against the Downingtown defense. The front line of Chenger, Seaver, Murray, and Waters. We'll get to the rest of them after this play. He does not hand off. Augsburger keeps it and is knocked down. First one to get to him was Lee Whitaker. And he gains up to the 35-yard line. Gain of 2, so it will be 2nd down and 8. Other defensive players for Downingtown: 16 Lee Whitaker, the linebacker; 44 Greg DeRocco; 80 John Steele; and 17 Mike Evangelista, Mike Torrance, Rick Paluch, and Dave Charles in the defensive backfield. So we look at Malvern's offensive team with Rogers, Heller, McGill, Schlittig, and Treston up front. Augsburger, your quarterback, with Pauly, White, and Kirk in the backfield, or Caldwell for Kirk. And Augsburger with a keeper. He is dragged down by Whitaker for a loss on the play. Loses about 4 yards. No, make it 2. Make it a loss. No, loss of 4. Let's look at it again. Maybe we can decipher it from there. Augsburger back. And Whitaker gets inside and makes a sure tackle on Augsburger. Down. Makes it 3rd and 12. Clock moving with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And this looks like a rejuvenated Downingtown ball club. The defense is playing hard-hitting, aggressive football. And they are moving. Let's see what Augsburger can do to counter. Sends Paulie in motion. He's back to throw. He's being rushed. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Eric White. Mike Evangelista was in the area guarding, but the pass was way overthrown. Incomplete. Makes it 4th down and about 12, and Malvern must punt the ball away. And I don't know. I feel Big Mo, momentum, has switched sidelines. He's now on the Downingtown sideline. Kicking the ball is 56, Matt Ryan. And a whistle. And a dog is on the field. So that is the Downingtown 12th man, obviously. As he is in deep punt formation, and now he's trying to go up. Looks like he wants to get in to block the kick. Who knows? Dog now turns directions and has become a Malvern player. Must be a vicious dog because nobody's made a move to get him off the field. Okay. Finally, the dog looks over, finds a concession stand, says, I think I'll get something hot to drink, and we can go back to playing ball. There we go. There's the kick. Gets it away, but he trips, and it's going to be a short one. Ralph Miller does not field it, and the ball is down. Then it will be at the Downingtown at their own 42-yard line, but a nice job by the punter. As I said was Ryan, but it was actually Brian Cirabelli. Brian did a good job to get that away. Tripped, went up flat on his back, but he got the kick away. And now Downingtown is 58 yards away from another touchdown with 4:19 left. And let's see if Eric Wolf can take him across and make this game real interesting. It's 17-6 right now, but momentum is on Downingtown side. Wolf is hit. He fumbles. Malvern is going to recover. Malvern recovers. So it is one play. Wolf back. He's sacked. He loses possession. 1st down for the Prep. Let's look at it again. Big momentum now may have come back the other way. Here he is back. Boom. Hello there. 56. Ryan in on that. Big hit. He's down. Now Malvern can seize momentum in their direction if they can take the ball and do something with it. There's 3:45 to go. And the 5th Downingtown turnover. The 5th. Hands the ball off to Kirk. Kirk driving up the middle. Keep bouncing, trying to get to the outside, and finally knocked down. Number 42, Mark Chenger on that tackle as Paulie comes off the field, but Kirk ran it. He gets 4 yards. Ball now at the 25. 2nd down. Gain 6 to go. Kirk now with 10 carries, 47 yards. Trying to add to it. It's Augsburger. Looks over the defense. Critical series here. Caldwell on a cross. Gets into the secondary and down. He's got a 1st down. As he's close to the 15-yard line, and Jeff Caldwell hasn't. He's not in on every down, but when he has been in, he has really contributed. As we take a look at him here, by an Evangelista finally knocks him down. 1st down for the Prep. That ball's at the 18-yard line. 2:44. Clock moving. 3rd quarter. Malvern been very successful on the ground today. At first glance, they have, well, we'll say a lot of yards. Eric White tries his own left side. Around end. Turns upfield. Finally knocked down at around the 10-yard line. Number 88, Rick Paluch on the tackle. We'll call it the 10, make it 2nd down, and White, he turns the corner, drives forward, and Paluch says, down, sir. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Ball just outside the 10. He's got to get to around the 8 for the 1st down. Augsburger gets the snap. Hands off right up the middle, but not much happening for the fullback, or for Steve Paulie, and Pat Waters gets in on that tackle. So it's 3rd down. About 2 still. Not much of a game. Paulie comes back in the game. That was Kelly Kirk on that previous carry. Now White comes back in. So White, Kirk, and Paulie, your backfield with Augsburger. They're probably going to run it. Augsburger with a keeper. He tries to turn upfield, but Downingtown's got that option play well defense now, so he goes down after no gain. 75, Paul Siever, the DL, designated load. He's down, no gain, makes it 4th down. Let's see what they decide to do. They could bring in Bellapede to try another three-pointer. But this time I don't think so. Looks like they're going for it. 4th down. And a timeout called by Malvern. So they really weren't sure what they wanted to do. So we've got 43 seconds left. Malvern with the ball. 4th down. 3 to go at the 11. They lead 17-6. And we will be back after these words from our sponsors.
Attention, Mr. Businessman. We all know how much direct mailings cost, but how would you like to save 4 cents on each envelope? You can do this by taking advantage of the services offered by the Mailroom Systems Presort. We can get your bulk mail picked up and the delivery process put in motion by the end of each business day, all at a reduced cost to you. Convenience and savings to go right to your bottom line. Call the Mailroom Systems Presort at 265-6670.
All right, back for the key play. 17-6. Malvern Prep leading Downingtown. And go back again to recap. It's 4th down. 3 yards to go. Malvern with the ball at the Downingtown 11-yard line. They were going to run a play, but Coach Pellegrini had them call timeout. And we come out, they're going to go for it. 4th down. Key play in the ball game. Momentum seemed to have switched to Downingtown. It looked like it could be coming back in Malvern's direction. Let's see what happens. Augsburger over the ball. He's going to go back. He throws. It is incomplete. He's dragged down. He's dragged down by 55, Pat Waters, and the ball turns over on downs to Downingtown. So that play didn't work. That play didn't even come close to working. Let's take a look at it. Now, Augsburger couldn't get it going. He couldn't pass it. Nobody was open. Pulled it down, went forward, but not too far forward. But Downingtown has the ball deep in their own territory. Flags down. Miller across the 15, close to the 20. But now let's see what the flag's all about. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, no flag. What that really is a couple kids playing football with a yellow ball and throw it with a fine enough trajectory to where we could see it. So no penalty. Miller gets the ball and the quarter ends. So that goes to 4th quarter action here at Malvern Prep in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Our score 17-6. Malvern leading Downingtown. It's the Whippets ball. 2nd down.
We started this oil business 50 years ago. We were delivering oil in 5-gallon cans. Today, what a difference.
But some things haven't changed. Today, at Marger Simpson Oil Company, we continue to offer our customers the fine, personalized service they deserve, using a modern fleet of trucks and the very latest in energy-saving equipment.
Malvern Simpson Oil Company. Our family, serving yours. Come on, Zach. It's my turn to drive.
Please give us a call.
Back for 4th quarter action as Downingtown comes out. 2nd down. They're trailing 17-6. Another touchdown. They're back in this ball game. So Camp Pellegrini might not feel as though that 17 points is enough, and he's hoping to make something happen in that last series, but nothing did. Here's a pass complete to Miller at the 20. He has a 1st down as he's thrown out of bounds by Caldwell across the 25 at the 26. 1st down. Gain of 9 on the play.
Come on, little pepper out there.
So the clock stops as Miller went out. He hasn't done much rushing today, but he's completed or gained a few from passes and has made hay that way. We'll talk about some of his third quarter statistics here after this play. Deep pitch to Miller. He slides but manages to stay up, and then finally number 53, Dave Rogers, nails him, and as Miller tried to get going, he caught some of the mud. Some of the Malvern people here are quite happy about that. Caught some of the mud and luckily kept himself up here. Now talk about third quarter statistics. Malvern was still with a decisive edge on rushing, 152 to 41. But Downingtown starting to pile up some yards in the air. They have 77 to Malvern's 40. Total yards, 192 to 120, Malvern leading in that statistic. But the key is 5 Downingtown turnovers. Only 2 for Malvern. All right, Wolf back. Has someone open over the middle, but it is picked off by Steve Pauly. Intended for number 80, John Steele, but underthrown. Pauly comes up with the interception. Malvern takes over first down at the 48, and look at Wolf's pass. It's nice arc to it, but underthrown, and Pauly just stands his ground and hauls it in. First down, going the other way. Yeah, Malvern wants some offense. Coach Pellegrini hoping he can put another one on the board, which would help the cause immensely. We have 10:58 as we look at the scenery here at Malvern Prep in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Herron Cable TV and Chester County Cable, happy to bring this to you. Augsburger hands off up the middle. Up the middle to the 45. And again, Herron Cable bringing you this game courtesy of Chester County. So Pauly gets to the 45, makes it second down. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. How's Pauly doing today so far? Well, that's his 5th for 55 yards. All right, let's get this straight. Herron Crew bringing you the game. Chester County will be showing it. I hope that takes care of the disclaimer. Here we go, up the middle again. Is Kirk. Not too much happening. Paul Seaver knocks him down. And the sun coming out. Here at Malvern Prep makes it third down. Gain of 1 on the play. And we are at the 44-yard line. Clock with 9:46 and moving. Cerabelli enters the game. Cerabelli, I should say, for Malvern. Replaces Frank Heller, the center. He'll play some guard. And now Augsburger has to negotiate 7 yards. It's third down. He's back to throw. He's being rushed. Gets away. Looks upfield. Throws the ball. Complete to Carpenter and knocked down at about the 28. First down for Malvern. Number 80 and number 44 in on the play. That was John Steele and DeRocco. Let's look at it again. He's being blitzed, gets away from Waters, and then keeps his composure, rifles it downfield, and waiting for it is Carpenter, and DeRocco knocks him down out of bounds, but a big first down for Malvern. That ball now at the 27-yard line. 16-yard pickup on the play. Augsburger did a nice job avoiding that rush and found his open receiver. Good, smart quarterback. Augsburger on the keeper, turns the corner, knifes forward. Not quite to the 25. DeRocco in on the tackle. We'll make it second down. Gain of about 1 on the play. 1.5, so we'll make it second down. Just a little less than 9 for the first down. All beyond the 27. Clock still moving. We got 8:48 and counting. And if Malvern can keep the ball moving, keep it on the ground, they can make a very big ally in the clock. They can force Downingtown to have 2 enemies, their defense and the clock. Deep pitch. Pauly with it. Dives forward, keeps going, and then finally knocked down shy of the 20. DeRocco in on the tackle. Pauly apparently was stopped, but managed to get some second effort and dive just a little bit forward. Let's see how he does it. Now, here's one hit, and let me dive a little bit, he says, and drags forward. Nice job. Shy of the 20, we'll call it the 22, and it's third down. He has 4 yards to go for the first down. Augsburger looking around. Downingtown defense pitches up tight. Hands the ball off, straight up the middle. Kelly Kirk drives for her. Let's see where they spot it. It's close. It's close. DeRocco's in on the tackle. Depends on the spot. And I don't know. Let's wait for the measurement or the official indication. The official says, I want to measure. All right, so let's see. We'll bring in the sticks and take a look. There it comes. See if we can get up nice and tight on that one. Thank you. We'll let you look at this. Oh, way short, way short, way short. So let's see what Malvern wants to do. He's got a ways to go. Got a ways to go. Let's see what the Prep decides to do. Pellegrini, coach, giving the play to Steve Pauly. 7:33 left. Clock starts again. And just another critical part of the game of this half. All right, so Malvern comes up. They're going to go for it. Got Kirk and Pauly in the backfield. Sends White in motion. Augsburger drives forward and heads across to the first down. I think he's got it. Yes, he's got it easily. Spot the ball at the 16. A first down for Malvern. They keep possession, a 3-yard gain for Augsburger, and the clock continues to run with 7 minutes left. Fourth quarter, Malvern up 9, ball spotted at the 16-yard line. And officially the clock will start to become a chief enemy of Downingtown very quickly, if not already. Augsburger looks around. Hands off, but Pat Waters was just waiting for White to get his hands on the ball and knocked him to the ground immediately. Slight loss, but we'll say no gain. Makes it second down, 10 yards to go. Getting close now to 6 minutes remaining. You can figure they can hang on to the ball for at least another 2 minutes with each first down. And Downingtown needs 2 scores to take the lead. Augsburger back. Trips, but still keeps his balance. Throws, but it's intercepted by DeRocco. DeRocco trying to get moving, but finally brought down at about the 15-yard line, and a very, very poorly thrown ball by Augsburger, as he had his problems getting his balance and finally gets rid of it. Let's see, he slips there, but now arches it, but DeRocco is the only player in the vicinity. And finally knocked down at the 15-yard line, where it'll be first down with 5:46 left. And a penalty on the play. We're marking it ahead another 15 yards. And we'll see what the official says it was. It is a personal foul, so probably a late hit on Malvern. And we'll spot the ball now at the Downingtown 30-yard line. 5:40 left. So there's no two ways about it. Downingtown's going to have to take the ball in here. No two ways about it. Wolf is back. He arches it long. He's got Miller open, complete, and out of bounds. Ball is brought to the 39-yard line. Let's take a look at that one again. Again, he's got 2 receivers in the area. You'll notice this here when we get to the replay. And if we don't, you'll take my word for it. Let's see now. We'll take it later. We'll take it later. But you'll see there'll be 2 people in that immediate zone, and Miller was the one that wound up with the ball. Wolf back to throw again. He's being rushed. He throws it. It is incomplete. Is a flag going to go down? No. Before this one, there's Wolf back. Throws downfield. Complete to Miller. But you'll notice that Rick Paluch was also had there just in the same vicinity. 2 receivers very close together, but he deferred to Miller. Miller took it. He got from the 30 to the 39, a 31-yard reception. That last play, Wolf was rushed by Treston, but got it away incomplete. Here's a throw again over the middle, but incomplete. That's intended for number 7, Eric Nelson. Makes it 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Jeff Caldwell for the Friars was defending. A little concern on the Malvern sideline. And come on, defense, let's hold them. Meanwhile, on the Downingtown side, they're saying, let's go offense, take it in. We can get this one. 5:13 left. And Rick Paluch brings in the play from Coach Mike Dominic. Key play here, 3rd down, 10. Wolf pitches to Miller. Back to Nelson. He's going to throw the ball. He's got an open receiver, but 23. That is Todd White, falls down, and the ball falls incomplete. A well-planned play for Downingtown, and save for some mud out on about the 10-yard line. It might have gone. So now it makes it 4th down and 10. It is a big decision for Coach Pellegrini. Does he go for it or not? He's got 5:06. Needs it. Gets the play in from Paluch. And they are going for it. They have to. They just absolutely have to. And they have to make it. Wolf back to throw. Is being blitzed. He gets it off. It is going to be picked off by number 51, Frank Heller. So an interception. The 6th Downingtown turnover. The 7th Downingtown turnover. Let's see it again. He's back getting rushed, but gets it off and right down the pipe. And that's where Frank Heller, underthrown again. That's where Frank Heller was waiting. 1st down for Malvern. Now 4:54 left. 7 turnovers in the ball game for Downingtown. 3 interceptions, 4 fumbles. Oh boy. Now Downingtown or Malvern must protect the football. Must not turn it over down here. Hands it off to Pauly. No, not much happening as he runs into Mark Chenger. And down he goes. They're going at that side. Chenger and Duranko and Whitaker, which would be the right side, the left side of the Downingtown defense. Malvern running by their own right side. Rogers and Heller and McGill. Jeff Caldwell brings the play in from Coach Camp Pellegrini as the clock continues to move with under 4 minutes left. Malvern leading 17-9, and now must protect the ball. Augsburger hands it to White. White forward and finally bounced down. Looks like number 63, John Murray, the first to greet him. And White moved forward and finally is knocked down as Downingtown calls timeout. So it's a gain of 3 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 7. 17-9, Malvern leading.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car, and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you.
We look at the cathedral here, or the church top in Malvern, at Malvern Prep, 17-6. Malvern Friars leading the Downingtown Whippets with 3:36 remaining in this 4th quarter. Downingtown had called a timeout, gets their coaches off the field, and now we're ready for a 3rd down and 7 yards to go with the ball at the 27-yard line. Malvern at their own 27. We got the ball on a Downingtown turnover, intercepting quarterback Wolf. So now Augsburger still must protect the ball more than anything else, but he's back to throw. He gets it off, completes it to Pauly. Pauly has a 1st down, keeps rolling, and is brought down at about the 47-yard line. Brought down on the play by 88 Rick Paluch, but a 1st down for Malvern, and a key 1st down. Let's see it. There's Paul. He's got it. Open, turns a field, misses tackle there, breaks one there, and then down. Gain of 15. First down. 3:13 and moving. That's the clock. That's the time of the game. And again, if Malvern plays it smart, they can take around 2 minutes off the clock. 2 timeouts left for Downingtown. Keep that in mind. Augsburger hands it to White. White gets a block, gets across midfield, brought down at about the 49-yard line is 44 DeRocco, and 80 Steele bring White down. But he gains 3 on the play. So it's 2nd and 7. And the clock continues to run. And don't turn it over if you're Malvern. And Downingtown's got to start thinking about tackling the ball. Trying any way they can to get a turnover. They've got to get possession back. But a key 3rd down play by Augsburger has Malvern keeping possession as the clock continues to roll now with 2:20. Augsburger busted play, but he manages to make something out of it. Gets across the 45, knocked down and near the 44, so it'll be 3rd down and around 2. It looked like a busted play, and Augsburger didn't have anywhere to go with it, but managed to take something and make it forward. Now watch. There, hey, where am I? Hey, whoa. And then, hey, let me run. And then, boom, across the 45, down to the 44. 3rd down, no more than a yard. And 1:48 on the clock. It's important. They can really just about put it away here. We'll let you see what happens. Up the middle. Eric White dives for it, fumbles, but the referee's saying the ball was down. So he will not get the first. It's not quite enough, but the clock is continuing to run. Downingtown may have to think about using that other timeout. Well, they don't, but it's 4th. It's a little more than 1, and they're bringing the punting unit on the team. They're out on the field. Cherubelli, the punter. As the clock continues to roll with 1:06. They don't look like they're in any special hurry. Cherubelli will be punting from his own 43. And they're just standing there. And finally, the 30-second clock runs out, so it's a delay of game penalty on Malvern. That'll march the ball just 5 yards back. But now there is but 53 seconds remaining. And Downingtown's got to come all out to try to block this kick. Miller is standing at his 25-yard line.
Let's block now. Let's block.
He's itching for the chance to get it and go. All right, the snap. The kick is away. It's a long one and a high one. Miller at his 20. Grabs it, trying to get towards the middle of the field, is running laterally, and finally met and knocked down at around his 20. He took it on the 20 and ran straight across and just ran parallel with the 20 and finally is knocked down at the 20. So Miller didn't make much of anything happen there, and there's but 38 seconds left on the clock. Malvern now will probably go into a deep prevent defense. And Wolf has no choice but to just put that ball up there. Drops some defensive backs deep. He's back to throw. Looks. And it is almost intercepted. Almost. Too close. 51. Heller. Pass was intended for Paluch. But the big Malvern linebacker, also number 56, Matt Ryan over in that general area, helping out. I think Ryan was the one who was probably closer to it. Wolf back again. He's being rushed. He gets it out the middle complete. That is Eric Nelson. Takes it, trying to get forward. Finally, Jeff Caldwell brings him down at about the 40. And a timeout called by the officials to move the sticks. But 13 seconds remain in this ball game. And Downingtown calls timeout. Mike Dominic comes out on the field, but this was it. This looks like it. I think they're going to hang on, make it 17-6 at this point, and I guess it's now a question of what the final score is going to be. Malvern looked like they're going to hang on. I didn't think 17 points was going to be enough, but apparently it's going to be. They held Downingtown to 6. Downingtown had 2 golden opportunities to get back in it, but turnovers turned them away, and especially 2 big ones, 2 big intercepted passes against Wolf. And Malvern able to hang on and just really run at the clock. They got close to the end zone, but they couldn't get it across. I mean, threatening, not heavily, but threatening. But their big objective was to take time off the clock. They've done that, and now have put Downingtown in a real bad position. They have but 13 seconds left. Downingtown with the ball at the 40, but only 13 seconds left, and they need 2 scores to pull this game out. Wolf back to throw. Complete to Miller. Miller dragged out of bounds by Heller. Clock stops now with 6 seconds left. Just 6 left. It was a gain on the play up to the 42-yard line, so only a gain about 2-3 yards. And Malvern can now turn their attention to the next objective, which is the 27th, when they play Thanksgiving Day here against Archbishop Carroll, Catholic League Power out of Radnor, Pennsylvania. And Downingtown can start thinking about their next opponent. Thanksgiving Day, a very traditional battle against Coatesville. The pass complete to Eric Nelson, and a hook and ladder to Miller, who breaks a tackle. Miller streaking along the sidelines, trying to get to the end zone, but cannot, as Pauly and Caldwell get the angle on him, knock him out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and that's it, folks. The clock ends as we see a forlorn Ralph Miller hand the ball to the officials. The score is 17-6. Malvern victorious, as both teams come to the middle of the field to congratulate one another in a great display of sportsmanship. And if we can see that last one again, the old hook and ladder, all right? Well, it says replay, but this is happening now. This is happening live in front of your eyes. They got the pass complete to number 7, Eric Nelson. There it is, and Eric pitches back to Miller. Miller takes off up the sidelines, but Caldwell and Pauly are going to get an angle on him. Pauly knocks him out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and the gun sounds. The players lining up to shake hands with one another, and who knows, we got another budding rivalry on our hands here. As a good ball game, a good entertaining ball game. Malvern comes away a 17-6 winner. No scoring by Malvern in the second half. The only scoring was 6 points that was put on the board by Downingtown. And we will be right back to talk a little bit more about the final game statistics and that scoring after we come back from this word from our sponsors. But 17-6 final. Malvern wins.
Get behind the wheel of a racing car and you'll know the challenge of owning the road. Get behind the wheel of an Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or GMC truck, and you'll know the Penske team in Phoenixville. It takes hard work and determination to become a champion. And at Penske in Phoenixville, we're racing to the top. Winning with new cars, used cars, and our leasing deal that'll steer you in the right direction. Join us in the winner's circle and see the Phoenixville Penske team work for you. Simpson Oil Company. We're proud to work for you.
Do you get Heron cable TV?
Nah, should I?
Well, I can think of a few good reasons.
Hey, that's the channel. That's that Lionel guy. Isn't that from Atlanta? Wow, USA Network. Jeez, hey, it's Rambo. I never get to see any of this.
Yeah, like they say, there's more to see on cable TV.
Yeah. Heron cable TV.
We see a victorious Malvern Prep squad. They're cheering at the middle of the field. Quite proud of themselves if they come up with a 17-6 win over Downingtown. Let's take a look at some of the final statistics here in the ball game. Downingtown with only 74 yards rushing compared to 167 yards for Malvern. They were able to run the ball in Downingtown and keep the Whippets bottled up offensively on the ground, and that was a big key to the victory. Passing-wise, 161 yards for Downingtown and 75 for Malvern, but 2 of those were a big passing plays for Downingtown, so it inflated the total a little bit on what it really was over the game. Final 242 to 235. Malvern wins the battle of yardage, but here's where it really hurt. 7 turnovers for Downingtown, and that was 3 interceptions and 4 fumbles. 4 of those came right in a row late in the first half, which enabled Malvern to put a stranglehold on the game. The Friars turned the ball over 3 times. Penalties was 3 for 45 for Downingtown, 4 for 44 Malvern. Augsburger, the scoring with a 3-yard run, a 42-yard run for Paulie in the second quarter, and Bellapede with a 26-yard field goal made it 17-0 at halftime. Malvern, a 1-yard plunge by Tom Rolfe made it 17-6, and that's where the score ended. But a good job by the Malvern defense to keep Downingtown bottled up, and especially one Ralph Miller. Ralph could only muster a total of 42 yards on the ground on 7 carries. He did catch a couple passes, but the turnovers were the big thing. Malvern able to bottle them up and then get the ball on turnovers. Couldn't get any sustained offense from Downingtown, so the Friars are able to hang on for a 17-6 win, and our next broadcast will be Thanksgiving morning from Conestoga as Marple meets Downingtown. But goodbye from Malvern Prep, the final 17-6. The Friars defeat Downingtown. This is Glenn PAPAZIAN wishing everybody a good afternoon. We'll see you Thanksgiving.